Bola Ahmed Tinubu has had the courage to take those major but painful decisions that we needed to take. Ndoma Egba says. What are the painful decisions? Remove first subsidy without mitigative measure in place, or floating naira exchange rate without mitigative measure in place. Now both situations are causing Nigerian pains and hardship. And you are saying Nigerians should tighten their belt, that it's pain will be temporary. Meanwhile, you guys are sharing money and helping yourselves at the executive and legislators level. The legislators are sharing money and buying heavy SUVs for themselves. The executive is even buying as high as 5 billion naira worth of presidential yachts to enjoy life. They're spending 1.5 billion naira to buy vehicles to prepare the office of the first lady. Who is first lady? What is her portfolio? All of those, and you are telling Nigerians to calm down. Ndoma Egba is shame on all of you in APC, I tell you. But let's dive into the details and see more. The former leader of the 7th Senators, Victor Ndoma Egba, has commended President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for taking some major and painful decisions that are needed for the development of the country. Senator Ndoma Egba mentioned that one of the major decisions taken by President Tinubu was the harmonization of exchange rate. Is it working? Now, in a video posted by AIT, Ndoma Egba highlighted the decision to remove fuel subsidy as another major and potentially painful decision. He expressed his belief that fuel subsidy has been a major source of corruption in Nigeria. He considers it the biggest infrastructure for corruption in the country. Senator Ndoma Egba, however, acknowledged that there is still a need for urgent and intensified effort to address security challenges. So what is all this he's trying to say here? So why are we not paying for subsidy now? You think first subsidy has been removed. Meanwhile, they are using backdoor, using NPCL to return the first subsidy. And somebody is coming out, just to take on Okpasa is coming out to say Tinubu did not remove first subsidy. So what are we talking about here? They are just talking back and forth. Contrasting and contraindicating and, how do I put it? Contradicting one another and contradicting themselves. Wow. So according to him, fortunately, President Tinubu has had the courage to take those major but painful decisions that we needed to take. One, harmonize the exchange rate, and the removal of the first subsidy, because first subsidy, as far as I'm concerned, was the biggest infrastructure for corruption in this country. It has the biggest infrastructure. My personal opinion is that the issue of fuel subsidy has been a major scam, and of course the security situation also has to be addressed with greater urgency and intensity. Yes, we don't hear as much as we used to hear in the past of kidnaps and banditry and all of that, but it is still there. We are hoping and praying that we will get to a day where we don't hear about it anymore. Can you imagine the lies that this man is saying? Okay, so banditry is a key issue, but in the first subsidy, you are here talking about first subsidy. You know it is a scam. So why can't you bring the perpetrators to book? You cannot. Why can't you stop it? You cannot. And this guy is obviously looking for recognition, looking for a way to get back into Tinubu's cabinet. I'm pretty sure of that. Because all the things you're talking about, the decision they made without, we know that first of this is a scam. Okay, we also know that exchange rate was never been controlled by government because government looked incapacitated. So the decision they made was like, cutting them short without putting infrastructure in place and now putting Nigerian populace into a big problem. That is not acceptable. So whatever Ndoma Egba is trying to say here is just trying to seek good face. This is called notice me. Want Tinubu to notice you, to see that you are doing something. Not really acceptable, I must say. Not acceptable. So whatever Ndoma Egba is saying here, he wants Tinubu to notice him. That is the way I see it. He really wants Tinubu to notice him. But how long will that continue to be? All of them are just lying to themselves, contradicting themselves, especially this issue of first subsidy. Tinubu came in the first day, May 29, and announced that subsidies removed. When the thing became so tough, he started giving palliative. Now, subsidy on one hand is going on, couldn't be removed completely, and then palliative on the other hand, which is also a form of subsidy, which is double dipping. And then along the line, they say subsidies is coming back, and they started bringing it back gradually, using NNPCL to use the proceeds of natural gas liquid exportation, NGL gas exportation, to cushion the subsidy, first subsidy again, which is like paying the subsidy back. And along the line, it was like they're returning the subsidy. Okay. And then last week, Nokpasa went to Arise TV to say that Tinubu never removed subsidy. And now, Ndoma is coming here to say it was a good decision to remove subsidy. So which one do we take? This APC is full of propaganda. I'm telling you, the lies around fuel subsidy is just getting too much. They know the truth, but they don't want to stand by the truth. And they are now here trying to force Nigerians to accept whatever they are doing, hook, line, and sinker. Very bad. And somebody saying, stop lying and stop adding lies to your claim. Firstly, Tinubu's position in 2012 was for gradual removal or withdrawal of fuel subsidy, not outright opposition to it. Exactly why they frustrated Goodluck Jonathan. Okay, new development might have made him to see it as more imperative. Secondly, Tinubu did not personally organize any protest against subsidy removal. So if you can provide more single reference to support your claim, I will apologize. It was Buharis and civil society groups that organized Occupy Nigeria to stop making claims. So stop making claims that are not true. Even Adams Oshomole publicly supported Jonathan on it. So you cannot claim any official position by ACN, Tinubu's party. Lastly, are you saying that Jonathan was a weak president who lacked the courage to take decision he believed in? I don't. Now, wow, all this thesis. And I'm going to say the same painful decision he personally organized a protest against. Imagine if Nigerians had allowed Jonathan government that decision. Today, Nigerians wouldn't be worse off. How much was dollar then when Jonathan wanted to make that painful decision? And how much would have dollar been today? And how much was dollar when Tinubu made that decision, and how much is dollar today? Jonathan had been allowed, I think by now, or if Jonathan had been allowed, I think by now Nigerian economy would have stabilized because of jealousy and propaganda by these same people that wanted every Nigeria to support their government. Nigerians are 50 years backward today. How many years did Jonathan need to take that decision? Even the Constitutional Conference he organized submitted to him in 2013 the report 2 years before he handed over did not see the light of the day. GJ spent 6 years altogether but was still thinking of what to do. Now, wow. So, good thing to hear from your perspective. But speaking from security angle, the past military had head in the name. Buratai said the politicians were the brain, okay, behind the insecurity in Nigeria. So, what's your reaction to this grievous allegation? Since you canvassed to better our lot through the ballot, if you're given the chance. He is here to cut down the cost of running government and tackle corruption. It is not only fuel subsidy and FX unification. There's a lot, I tell you. They can't do anything. I must tell you, they can't do anything. These ones are propaganda. This is just the beginning of Nigerian suffering or the continuation of Nigerian suffering under APC. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment on this matter.